This next armbar, um, little more, I would say a little more advanced, takes, there's more steps to it. Um, but what's fun about it is once I get his shoulder trapped, once I get my leg up over his shoulder, it creates sort of a dilemma where he either has to get armbarred or triangled. If you've taken my classes before, you know that I believe in the strangle over the joint lock 100% of the time. I would never look for a joint lock if there was a strangle available. Guys, especially the higher you get into the sport, um, the more prize money is on the line. People will let their joints go. And I'm not suggesting that anybody in here do that, but you know, what we're calling a break is not really a break. It's some ligaments get stretched. You get some acupuncture, and take some peptides, and you're back on the mat here pretty quick. So the strangle doesn't matter how tough you are. No blood to the brain, you go to sleep, and so that's like the great equalizer. Jiu-jitsu to me is about how do I find the strangle. So that's we're not going to the strangle today. We're taking the joint lock, but I'll sort of show you how it works. So we're here. He's got this posture here, this the same way. And here I'm going to do a different style to break this posture. Right before I was going up down and I was moving the arm across. Now I'm going to reach deep around his elbows and I'm going to rotate them here to the outside as I pull him forward with my knees. And he's basically going to land in this like home alone sort of prayer position, right? I'm pulling him here. Yeah, I've broken his posture. If he's hip to the game, which he is, he knows he doesn't want his hands on the mat. If his hands get to the mat here, boom, he's in big trouble and will start to go to rubber guard. So he's making an effort to keep his hands off the mat. I grab his elbows, I pull him forward here. I'm going to go collar tie, hand on the elbow. Let's rotate. We're here, collar tie, hand on the elbow. This hand on the elbow is going to push his here, and I'm just locking his shoulder, right? So posture, right? I break his posture, pulling my knees and rotating the elbows, collar tie, push, and I've locked his shoulder. But you see that his hand is still in here. This is the dilemma we're talking about. If he pulls that arm out, which would be very stupid, then he gets triangle choked. But we're here. I break his posture. I lock the shoulder. Realizing the triangle choke is there, a lot of times he's going to try to fight that right arm back inside so that he doesn't get choked. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to go deep hook over that arm. So I'm going elbow to elbow, deep hook. My right arm is going to underhook his leg. My right leg is going to come up over here to break his posture. And then I'm going to throw my left leg over his head. And so here, we're in that similar armbar position. It's not trapped in my armpit the way it was before, but he's got nowhere to go. So we're here, posture break. He defends correctly, push the elbow, and really, I just want to push it to my belly button. If I could push it all the way through, then I'm going to be able to finish triangles. The better your opponent is, the less chance of that happening. He's going to be working to keep his elbows out. I break his posture. He wants his elbows controlling my hips. And we're going to have some difficulty moving that elbow against a skilled opponent. But I've broken his posture. I push the elbow to my belly button. I lock his shoulder. And notice the leg that's over the shoulder is on bottom. And I've just crossed my ankles. And I'm still maintaining control of the back of his head with this plum clinch. Now this arm is in danger. I'm going to reach through. And a lot of times he's defending already with this other arm, right? Maybe I can't reach through. There's no room. I'll just push this up. Elbow to elbow. Deep hook the leg. Watch my leg switch. 1, 2. And now we're in that same position where I can extend my hips, pinch my knees, and finish the armbar. Posture break, double elbow pull. 1, collar tie, move the elbow to the middle, locks the shoulder. Here, his elbow is out. You see how his elbow's down here? If that happens, I'm going to look for a triangle choke. He wants to pummel that in, deep hook. I may need to elevate this to get that deep hook in if he's defending with that other arm. Push, hook, underhook, and here's where the legs switch. My right leg comes up to control his posture. 1, my left leg kicks over his head. 2, and now it's easy to finish. Question. This one's more complicated. It takes some nuance. His arm has to be in the right place. I'm moving his elbow to my belly button. If he pulls his arm out, we wind up in a triangle. If he gives me his arm, we wind up in the arm bar. Move the elbow to the middle. Push the other elbow if you need to gain access. One time, elbow to elbow with my deep hook. Dig my underhook. Switch my angle. Leg over the face for the finish. Question. Need to see it again? One more time. Posture break, push. And a lot of times it just happens like that. Like it's quick, right? I break him down, and as he's pushing back up, he doesn't want his posture. His hands start to push off my chest, and that's when I push it through. Does that make sense? Like he doesn't want to stay here. So as he's coming up, that's when the elbow comes through. And then here he immediately recognizes, so he's trying to protect. Underhook, angle change, arm bar, knee pinch, hip extension. Different arm bars today. One of them set off of an arm drag to the back. That's going to be your more basic one. That shoulder trap arm bar, that one's a little more complex. There's some nuance to it. It depends on the way he defends. If that elbow is between your legs, we'll attack triangle, right? Once I break him, his elbows are wide. As he starts to posture, that's where I'm going to move his elbow to the inside. But it takes some reps. The key things is that I always want to be breaking my opponent's posture when he's in my full guard. That's my number one goal with the guy on bottom is control, break his posture, bring his head to my chest so that I can start to attack. His number one goal is to maintain his posture so he can work to pass. In my efforts to break his posture, either with an arm drag or with a double elbow pull, he's going to react in a way that allows me to take him on. So that's the takeaway from today. Let's bring it in. Bud, bring it in. Now you can come out here, baby girl. Come on. 10th planet on 3. 1, 2, 3, 10th